These people don't love you, that's just part of your imagination. They just like the fact you a coon and you tap dance for their validation. All facts over feelings, right? It's just me being real with you. Got comfortable in the house cause you couldn't make it as a field nigga. Always wanna play victim, like you get attacked for political views. Nah, it's cause you shit on black people just so the white people get your views. You be doing all this cooning for clout just so Fox can let you get on the news. All that ass kissing you been doing and you still ain't got your 40 acres and mules. Rap culture, that's black culture, some shit that y'all trying to imitate. Go to 1776 and then tell me how that year was great. What would've happened to your son if he was with a white girl on a dinner date? Carolyn Bryan bitch still alive to this day and we still feeling imitate. You got it fucked up if you think we a mirror match. If I could trade you bitches for Betty White, I could live with that. Feel some type of way, wanna throw the hands, I can get with that. This right hook make you lean to the left like a Democrat. Pussy, fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out. What is up? Welcome, GCP. This is TNAthan.
It's like I can't stop falling.
This is TNAthan. If I can get.
I woke up in a cold sweat, toss and turning in my damn sleep. Feel like I keep falling.
Yeah, there we go. All right. I am not late. This was TikTok. I was here. I was here. TikTok just went live. Did TikTok go live? Confirmed dead. What picture is on? Terrifying Kansas area immigrants. Bracing. Greetings, salutations. Can y'all hear me? Where y'all at? Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. We're live on TikTok. There we go. Finally. I don't know what be going on. TikTok don't be wanting me like. TikTok don't be wanting. It's like, we don't want none of the smoke. It's still not showing. It just popped up. Showed me live. Greetings, salutations. Welcome, GCPR land. Welcome, TikTok. Welcome, Twitch. Welcome, YouTube. Notice I left one out. Welcome. You are tuned in to TNAthan. It is after 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and I'm sure I'm on time, right? I'm sure I'm on time. What time is it? It's 10:06. We're doing great. We're doing great tonight. We are on time. Greetings, everybody. You are listening to Conversations with TNAthan. My first day back after the holidays. Took a little break, and yeah, now we're back, and we're back on a good day. How y'all doing? How was your holidays? Hope everybody had a good holiday. Yeah, reverb. I'm on TNAthan time. I know. I'm not even on Black folks time. I'm on TNAthan's time. Black folks time is early. TNAthan is. What's up, Shay? Y'all, come on in. Yeah, Black folks time is even earlier than TNAthan time. I'm like, I can't even. I don't even know what to blame it on. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Greetings and salutations. Is Bella back there? Y'all see Bella? Yeah. Y'all see Bella. She laying down. She laying down on the bed behind me. And of course, as I said, you all are tuned in to Conversations with TNAthan. Hope y'all missed me. Those of y'all who missed me on GCPR land, nice to see you all coming back. Yeah, I took some time because it was just a lot going on as far as a lot of things that required my attention. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to relax and show some good movies. How are you all doing? Hope all of y'all are doing fine. I know we have holiday stories to tell. I know y'all have holiday stories. We try to do Friends and Family Day and not Thanksgiving, but we also take the opportunity to help those who can't help themselves. All right. Also, it's going to go live. I was planning to go live with it tomorrow, but I'm telling you all, my friends and family that are here, the GoFundMe page for the trip to Selma for the 60th anniversary is in the beacon link. And if you would like to donate, please feel free. It's in the beacon link. We are going to Selma for the 60th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. And I think it's kind of poetic that this year is next year's the 60th anniversary of Selma Voting Rights Act of 1965, especially when we see how this election turned out. So, yes, I will be there with you all's help, of course, if you all would like to help me. Please, I will we will be documenting. And you say, why the call? Because we will be documenting everything along the way, not only for live stream purposes on TikTok and videos, but we're going to make a documentary out of it and talk about the significance of the 65 Voting Rights Act and what happened on Bloody Sunday on March 7th, 1967, when John Lewis, the great John Lewis, was one of the ones who was bloodied up that night. All right, bloodied up that night. So I don't know, but like I say, I was gonna take it live. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow and talk about City 65 Voting Rights Act, and then I was going to release the GoFundMe page. But hey, I'll get an early sight on it. Y'all get some early eyes on it, and any help will be appreciated. Also, we're gonna talk about several things tonight. We're gonna start off talking with Joe Biden. Joe Biden has done a lot of things that I thought I didn't like and I thought were fucked up. But I'm gonna tell you, the thing he did, who understood? Let me ask you this, because people acting surprised. But who did not listen to Joe Biden said as president he will not be pardoning his son? That was his exact words. He says, as president of the United States, I touch the system and I will not be issuing a pardon for Hunter Biden. That's what he said. What he did was as daddy Joe Biden to son Hunter Biden. I was like, why are people shocked? As a matter of fact, I was saying he should have pardoned him on November the 6th. He should have pardoned his son on November the 6th. Yeah. I don't see what y'all surprised by. You all see the president has the power to he done pardon people, and you are where were y'all in 2016 and 2020 when Donald Trump was pardoning all those people left and rights that had done some severe crimes, right? Where were y'all at? Y'all now you got to say, oh, Joe Biden shouldn't have pardoned his son. If Joe Biden would have left that White House without pardoning his son, I would have dragged him all day on June the 20th. All day, June the 20th, I would have been dragging Joe Biden for not pardoning his son. Yeah, y'all can say what you want to. Y'all got we got a man that's been convicted of 34 felonies, about to take the office of the president of the United States. You think I care about some tax charges? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, and I know. And the gun charge, he purchased. You know how many people be in jail for purchasing guns when they were addicted to drugs, besides Joe Biden, son? Yes. And then also, since I follow the news and I knew there was a deal in place that got set aside because of extreme pressure from the GOP, Joe Biden was right. Yeah. And then I saw this article. Petra sent me this article. And the guy was saying, I'm not mad about him pardoning his son. I'm just mad about all the black people he didn't pardon. Feel y'all? Feel y'all? And y'all can be mad about that. But at the end of the day, what father, what mother, what parent was surprised that Joe Biden pardoned his son? What is the purpose of me being president of the United States if I can pardon complete strangers and not my son? It's not like Hunter Biden was guilty of something that wouldn't deserve another chance anyway. Yeah, I don't understand it. Hunter Biden hadn't been sneaking in restrooms. I mean, sneaking in, didn't buy a Miss USA pageant, a Miss Teen USA pageant, and then walk around in the backstage of it. Hunter Biden doesn't have any tapes where he's talking about he's a celebrity and he can grab him by the pee. Hunter Biden does not have a guilty conviction for what he did to E. Jean Carroll in a dressing room. Yeah, at Macy's. No, Hunter Biden doesn't got any of that. So I don't care. Hunter Biden is not on a registry. I, I don't care. And the people are like, oh, you champion. I'm not champion anything. Anything that make MAGA supporters mad, I'm here for. The hypocrisy of listening to people talking about, well, now Donald Trump is going to have cover when he pardoned the January 6th rioters. He was going to do that anyway. What do y'all be talking about? I am convinced that people do not know more than their children about how the government work. And I mean your elementary school children. I'm convinced. When I be hearing people talking about government, and there's a lot of people that have just appeared to start talking like they're political pontiffs in the last 250 days, right? All of a sudden, I was like, you all out here and didn't know that the government had three branches 151 days ago. And now you're out here talking like you're a professional. Um, you're a professional pontiff. You can't name for me how many amendments in the Constitution of the United States, and you're out here talking about what how government works. You're just surprised that the Supreme Court is part of the government. Yeah, I mean, your children know more. Anyhow, I wouldn't have pardoned my son. Well, your son need better parents. I'm going to tell you, your son need better parents because for those charges, they should have went. The government should have saved the millions of dollars they did taking Hunter court to Biden to trial and let that plea deal go through last August. Your dad's president. Yeah, y'all have been mad at me. Y'all have been mad at me because y'all talk about political. This is political and it's also cultural and it makes MAGA supporters mad. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Anything to make MAGA supporters bad. And I'm taking part in the trend of what is it? What's the saying? We listen and we don't judge. I don't think I'm doing it right, but I'm doing it. So I'm going to share some of those with you right now. We listen, but we don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. Where are all those people that were talking about Project 2025 being just a horror story when I was saying we need to talk about what people need to talk about to get them motivated to vote? Where are all those people who were using Project 2025 as the boogeyman right now coming up with plans to combat Project 2025? Where are all those lives at when people were talking about Project 2025 and how it was the boogeyman? Where are those people? Where they at now? All those people that were trying to tell you about Project 2025, you think they talked long enough to come up with some defense of it, right? Where they at? Where all the, oh, we listen, but we don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. Where are those people at that were talking about Donald Trump was a threat to democracy? Where are all those 12-hour lives when the people were talking about Donald Trump was a threat to democracy? Where are they now talking about their plan to deal with this threat to democracy? Do I keep going? I'm just saying. We listen, but we don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. Some of you all's vocabulary is not as extensive as you think it is. Yep, some of these people out here hosting lives, their vocabulary and their understanding of word meanings is not as extensive as they think it is. We listen, but we don't judge. We listen what we don't judge. I was waiting on you, Siren. I was waiting on Siren to get here so I can get to the next part of my conversation. Um, Siren, I will be putting you on the spot, by the way. That's why I told you to be here. So today, Siren, she contacted me and with genuine concerns. Now, understand, Siren has my direct phone number, so she didn't contact me in a DM. This is not DM people. This Siren has, and I call her Siren because I know her real name, but I like Siren for a number of reasons. I like that name, mostly because it enticed European sailors to their death. But anyway, we listen, but we don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. So she was asking me about why can't we, and as we mean black people, marginalized communities in the United States, do what people in other countries are doing when they protest. And I had to remind her that number one, a lot of those protests are inspired by what happened in the 70s and the early 80s in Africa. South Africa and Angola and these places when they were doing the damn thing. If you followed apartheid in South Africa, you do understand that apartheid did not end because the international community did a goddamn thing about it. I said got, not God, just in case an FCC is listening. I said got. They didn't end anything to do with apartheid in South Africa. That was not them. Apartheid ended in South Africa because South Africans decided to end it. Black South Africans decided to end it. When black South Africans came together with the class that they were split into based on colorism by white society, and they all realized we're black and treated as such in the society, they came together and did what was necessary and put the clerk's ass on notice. And also, they had Winnie. I know y'all love Nelson, but the reason that Nelson even got out of prison is because of Winnie Mandela. Winnie is the truth, and she doesn't get enough recognition for being the truth. She is the mother of the end of apartheid. If it wasn't for Winnie, he would have died in jail, and the movement wouldn't have been like it was. Because Winnie went through there, and you understand that the clerk went to Nelson Mandela when he was in jail and told him, "I will let you out, but you got to go get control of your wife." Because you know what Winnie was doing, right? If you know, you know. Winnie was giving them hell on a physical level, a mental level, emotional level. She was she wasn't just talking about getting her husband out of jail. She said, if you're not gonna let him out, if you're not gonna let him out, I'm gonna make you wish you let him out. And she did that by every not by any means necessary, by every means necessary. So the difference I was going to tell you, Siren, in that why we don't do that in the United States is because everybody wants to try every other way except the way that has been shown to work. Y'all talk too much about black capitalism. Like after the election, I'm watching all these people saying, "Oh, we just gonna buy black." What that's gonna solve? What's that's gonna solve? What is that going to solve? I want somebody to tell me because I keep telling y'all the civil rights movement was a failure because there was no plan after the civil rights movement, and you took the lifeblood of the black community out of the black community and went into white communities to spend them to prove that you all were accepted. So what do you mean by bland? I don't even know what you mean by buying black. I figure I found that most people think that just because somebody hires a black face to put in the front of their company, they think that's a black company. You know, most of the hair that you all buy from these black owned shops, the black owned shops are getting the hair from Korean and Asians. We listen, but we don't judge. I be saying that a lot. Yeah, I like it. I'll be saying a lot. And I say it with the deepest amount of sarcasm I can muster. Every video you see me saying that in, if you don't get the sarcasm of it, then you're missing something. But yeah, I see all this playing after the election. Oh, we gonna buy black. We gonna do this. What black bank exists in this country that is financing mega any black mega corporations? Name me a black mega corporation, by the way. Name it. You all don't have a you don't listen to listen. I love some of you all, but some of you all don't listen to me. Y'all pay lip service. You don't listen because you still do the same things over and over and expect a different result. So if we can't even get together to listen to our revolutionaries until they're dead, everybody's talking about Fred Hampton when he's dead. Fred Hampton is dead. Yep. Everybody talking about what Fred did and what he represented and what he did by the time he was 21. You all wouldn't have been listening to Fred Hampton either. But now that he did, El Haj Malik Shabazz, y'all wouldn't have been listening to El Haj. Y'all would have been following Dr. King and his passive resistance and getting beat up. Yep. A lot of y'all like to say that, but I can tell by your actions. You're not listening now. You're not listening now. So what makes me think when and you did make a good point though, Siren. We will be out there fighting on the front line dead because they could kill us. Because most people are going to be at home. I told you. I have no faith. I have no faith in it. Because people have continued to show me not that faith is misplaced. We can't talk about fighting the enemy when I can't even get people to understand what the fight is. I get too many people that are complacent in their oppression. They talk a good game. You could find a live on here 24 hours a day. You can find the live where some black person is hosting or some woke white person is hosting, talking about what they need to do and what we need to do. But I don't ever see them anywhere I'm at. I was in all these people talking. It's like when George Floyd, when I was in Minnesota, right? And I was stupid enough to be showing live videos of being in Minnesota during the protest. I don't know any of these people that be holding these lives that I saw there. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of these people who I saw when we were out hypothetically in Minnesota doing Stop Line 3. I don't know any of these people. I didn't see any of them there. Didn't see any of them. Petra, when we how, Petra, we can literally name. I can literally use 10 fingers to show people that were at protests when I was in Mississippi and I was protesting at the federal courthouse for children in cages. Yeah, I don't. I can't. They're not. They nope. None of these people that talk about these things are here. Yep. Yes. So you all first problem is you listen to a bunch of people that have never done anything to prove that they're worth listening to. How many times have I told you all that? But you know where I find you all at? In the live with people who don't know anything because they've never been anywhere, listening to them talk about something. They're talking about what you should do from the privacy of their couch that they've never gotten off of. So what are y'all mad about? Y'all are getting what you all deserve. You all getting what you want. See, revolution to some of you all is cool, trendy. It's the hip and happening topic. Yeah, I've been in jail for mine. I've been in jail. I've had tear gas turned on me on the National Plaza. I've been thrown off the steps of the Supreme Court live, doing an interview, as a matter of fact. Yeah, yeah. And then this is so when I hear these conversations about what do we need to do, and I have been literally telling you all what you all need to do for years, and you're still asking the same question. Meet me in Selma, March 6th through the 9th. What's up? You all follow people that won't give cripple crabs a crutch. And then you wonder why. And then you got to understand, I've also told you about the perfect body. A lot of you all think it has to, it's like I tell you, the Ashanti version of how do you build the perfect body. They called it the gold body because Ghana was the gold coast, by the way. But they call it the gold body, the perfect body. The perfect body is made up when every part wants to be the perfect part. The perfect, the finger has no desire to be anything else except the finger. It knows how to be that. And it all falls under the leadership of the head. I hear people all the time. I don't need a leadership. I don't need any leadership. And I be looking at them like, you damn sure don't need know what you're doing, so you keep doing it. Everyone else say, we don't need leadership. No one said no one ever in Shaka Zulu's army. Said nobody ever in Hammurabi's army. Never. That is a product of your conditioning because some of you all don't have the vision to get out of a wet paper bag, but you don't need leadership. So go right ahead. Go right ahead and continue. Yeah. I know you will, Petra. You've been there from the beginning. I mean, ever since I've known you. I know. But that's the question. Because I tell you, people show you who they are all the time. And you all continue to listen to them. How many times do you have, how many times do you listen to people that can succinctly show you that they are, it's like, and I bring it back to the Wizard of Oz, right? I'm gonna bring it back to the Wizard of Oz, Wicked, and that whole universe. You all keep listening to the wizard. Yeah, didn't like that one, did you? Yeah, y'all keep listening to the wizard. And I always hear people talk about what they would do or what they would have done, and I'll be like, "You wasn't there when I was doing it." Look, and I got the video evidence to prove it. I got, I got the video evidence to prove it. I remember. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I got the Mississippi Rising Coalition, right? Mississippi Rising Coalition, and they had a falling out with me. I didn't care, but let me tell you how down of a revolutionary I am. When they were marching in places I knew they were in danger, even when they turned their backs on me, the leadership of it, not the general people, because I'm T. Nathan Fairley. That's another thing they didn't realize. I'm still T. Nathan. I'm still that same guy. I still showed up at their functions and pulled security without being asked because it still was the cause was bigger than me. The cause was bigger than me. Leadership didn't even want to talk to me, but I wanted to make sure the people that did show up were safe. And plus, I like fighting. I like fighting because that's what leadership does. That's what warriors do. That's the standard. That's the standard. And I listen, like I say, most of you all, I'm not impressed because all you want to do is be appreciated for your pseudo intellect on panels all day. See, I've been spending my time talking to us. You all spend your time talking to them. I spend my time talking to us. When you come in here asking for a friend, I hope you move to Nevada to the so when California slides into the ocean, we can at least live on the beach. Yeah, but it also there are limitations, and it doesn't it doesn't. I live in a day and age. See, if this was 40 years ago, yeah, it was. I would only have a certain reach. We could only do this on a certain level without depending on national news media. I live in a day and age where I have social media. I could be on social media and have hundreds of thousand people hear a video or listen to something I say. They will like it. They will say amen or look at this and it's great. And then they disappear. Most of them don't stay around and listen to the entire video to get the message in it. But it's not from a lack of ability to reach. It's from a lack of ability. A leader is only as good as his followers. And there are a lot of great leaders in the black community on a community wide level that people don't listen to. I'm gonna tell you, while what you can say whatever you want to about Huey, but Huey Newton and the Panthers did everything they could. They did everything they could. Fred Hampton didn't make a step wrong. Medgar Evers, while we talk about Dr. King, Medgar Evers didn't make a step wrong. But where was his protection? I looked at the fact that, and I told you about the bakery on Staten Island that refused Whoopi Goldberg's service, right? And then all of a sudden they playing victim, right? But you know, MAGA showed up for them. MAGA showed up to support them. Not just they didn't just talk about it. They showed up. They spent money with them. They showed up for all the talk of progression and liberals and all this. Y'all don't show up. Y'all don't show up. Y'all don't show up unless it's something that a white woman leads. Y'all don't show up. You feel about it the way you want to, but you don't show up. Y'all want to be able, long as you can handle it with a video comment. Y'all think y'all have done something. I do this. I do that for sport. I do that for sport. These kind of conversations I do because of leadership. But it's sad we don't get it because we just don't want to. And as I said, most of us are complacent in our oppression. We just want a few more crumbs from the table, or we want to be acknowledged. No, Petra, you know, you can only say I, Petra. You can only say I. You can only say I. Because at the end of the day, we would be a force. Yeah, and I've talked about the 2% rule. I've talked about civil disobedience. Talked about all those things. All those things. And people act like I haven't, or they act new. And at that point, it's like that's why you'll see me do a lot of things by myself or with gangsters. I have support among gangsters. I have my brothers will turn up and be like, "We just not letting you go out." I've had a brother turn up and say, "TNAthan, I don't know exactly everything you're talking about, but I know you're talking about righteous shit, and I'm with you." You know how that feels when my brothers like that come up to me and have more faith in me than the supposed intellectuals that I talk to on their level. I don't even have to explain to them. They understand. They be like, I brother talk about. I know who James Baldwin is, but I've never read any. I know who the Black Panthers is, but I've never read anything. But I know you have, because they didn't do that just because of what I said. They did it because of what I did. When I'm on the news giving news reporters the blues about our community, when I'm giving people that when I'm giving white liberals that come into our community like they know what we need, the blues. Olivia says she toddler size. That's what we need. But see, that's the thing. We everybody has a part to play, but Most people don't want to play that part. They want to be something else in the body. And then that's it. That's why, Siren, if you're still here, that's why other people, it's like Tiananmen Square. I don't know if y'all remember Tiananmen Square, right? But Tiananmen Square, um, the event that happened in Tiananmen Square that Walsh was not at, no matter what he said, it was about people standing up in the face of oppression and doing whatever it took as a unified front because they had a unified leader. It amazes me that people could look at the chains that bind them and know these chains shouldn't be on them. But they're trying to get comfortable. They would rather get comfortable with the chains than follow somebody who can help them break them. You know how many people I've had say, "Oh, you're right, but I don't like your delivery." Somebody is literally about to throw you into an active volcano, and you get mad because I show up and tell you, "Well, I'm going to shoot them in the head, and then we're going to get out of here." And you be like, "Well, no, don't shoot them in the head. That's messy." Or, "Can we take a different route?" I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I told you, this is one thing 2024 has taught me. I'm leaving. I'm not investing any more time in people who don't want to be saved. And I'm not talking about like a savior complex that don't want to even participate in their own saving, their own liberation. Because I've come to find out most of you all are complacent in your oppression or the oppression of others. Most of you all are complacent. Most of you all are comfortable. And that's why you feel the frustration you do, Siren, because you're dealing with people who are undercover, comfortable in their oppression. They're comfortable in their oppression. And you deal with a lot of people that are closeted rocket raccoons. They're just scared to come out the closet fully because they know someone like me is going to drag them. But a lot of it's rocket raccoons, the ones we see out, they're not the problem. Black moderates in our community have always sold our community out anyway for a couple of coins. Black radicals, you only listen to when they're dead. But black conservatives, in and of themselves, they're not the problem because we could actually deal with that problem. Active volcanoes or wood chippers. That's an easy problem to deal with. But it's the black conservative that hides behind that appeasement idealism that most of us listen to. It's in the same in the gay community. It's the same in every marginalized community. Those communities are complacent because of the moderates that are have the loudest voices in those communities. That's why. Harvey Milk is dead because he wasn't a gay conservative. That's why he's dead. Yep. You understand that's what happens. And you all listen to the people. I just be listening to lives. I'm not telling you something I think. I be listening. I be listening to some of the lives you all in. I have told several of you all exactly what you all are doing. Does it change anything? No. Y'all continue to do it. You continue to wonder why you're not making it anywhere while continuing to do the same thing that's preventing you from making it anywhere. Because most of y'all want to be liked. What's up, Jess? I always have I always have good days. I do. I be telling people I do. Um, I just have some days are better than others because I get to throw people into active volcanoes. But yeah, it spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, physically, If that is my standard, all my days are good. But I bleed for my people. I bleed for my people. I bleed for them because they for a lack of wisdom. You text me and then tell me text. Last question. Am I reading this live? Am I reading this live? You have to tell me these things. You have to start off your text with "Don't read this text while you're live." Right. Last question. You promise. You don't have to see. That's what I mean. That start off pissed me off. The starting off of that question, Siren, pissed me off. Why do you have to promise that? Why would you say that? I just know it'll probably be flagged. What? On my text? What is the point of black liberation if chains is the ultimate comfort? Those are not mutually inclusive. See, um, and I know you're going. You have to understand this. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't put last question, promise. What does that mean? Nah, anyway, fact we'll argue about that privately because that's an insult, and we'll argue about that later. But what is the point of black liberation if change is the ultimate comfort? The point is, hmm, and this is going to infuriate some people. At the end of the day, it's liberation. I'll argue with you later. At the end of the day, it's liberation. And that's one of the things that I know how we feel and know what we're saying, but liberation doesn't exist. Put it this way: the oppressor is liberated. The oppressor is liberated. Did you understand that? But oppression still exists. The oppressor is liberated, but oppression still exists. The true path to liberation has to involve the ending of oppression. And if you're not committed to the ending of oppression, you're only committed to the transference of oppression. And that, the ancestors would tell you, is morally bankrupt. Leave Siren alone. I'm her lawyer. I understand that. But in the face of the king, the lawyer has to wait their turn. See, I let you all run around and do all this while I watch. And I realize you're not going to come to the realization without some hard truths. And the hard truth is that at the end of the day, you don't have to protect Siren from me. And I know you mean it jokingly, but that's part of the problem. You think that's the issue, and it's not. Because even getting on to any of you all, I would still block bullets for you. No, I'm not in Fort Smith anymore. Thank you for asking. No, Jay Sizzle, I'm not in Fort Smith anymore. I live in Kansas. I live in Kansas. But what do you have her back against in this situation, though, Olivia? What do you have her back against? What against what? What is the threat in this conversation? No, yeah, I'm in Kansas. I do, but I come back to Fort Smith. I do come back forth to Fort Smith, and we do have some because I know a lot of the homeless community there. I just don't put it on blast anymore after people have taken advantage of that. You're in Fayetteville? You would be. You would be in Fayetteville. Yeah. But I will be I will let y'all know when I come back because we got a meal planned with this organization I was a part of, and we're going to do. I'm gonna go back and help them with a meal they have planned, and we got to get some of those who happen to be homeless veterans some help. There are too many lawyers in this chat. There are too many lawyers. It's like yeah, I'm good. I can fight all of them at the same time. Grandmother, my grandmother stuck in here. I don't see my grandmother in here. Stop it, Olivia. Grandmother is not in here. She would have texted me. She would have texted me. Don't be trying to distract me. But at the end of the day, that's what we have to learn. You all have to understand that. You have to understand that. It does you no good to take two steps forward when you continue to go backwards. It does you no step. You are running to the comfort, or you're beating dead horses. You're beating dead horses. I'll tell you. Because the sad thing is, I'm not saying anything new. That's the saddest part. I am not saying anything new. I spent 107 days telling you all the same thing. I spent a year before that telling you the same thing. I spent the previous year telling you the same thing spottedly because, communications. I spent the year before that. I showed you the year before that. I don't know. I don't know. The frustrations are weighing heavily, but I'm cooling. The frustrations are built off of trying to move things that have not decided they wanted to be moved. It's like I go back to telling y'all. Sometimes y'all spend too much time trying to do things that are not ready to be done. You spend too much time trying to convince people that are not convincible in the first place. You spend too much time trying to reach people that don't want to be reached and overlooking the people who are like looking at you and saying, I'm here to be reached. So basically, lead them but can't make them drink. Oh, yeah, I don't believe in that. I can drag a horse to water and I can make him drink. They just won't be worthy. They won't be any good once I do because I could break their legs and I can force their head down into the water. They can drink or drown. But basically, after the fact, it's not like I'll be able to ride the horse anywhere. So I've expended all this energy for what? I've expended this energy for what? Yeah, all those cliches they never work on me because I see the fault in them. Every cliche anyone has ever tried to use on me, I've had people use that. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. No, I can make that bitch drink. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can make him drink. Yes, I can make them drink. But why am I expending all that energy to make them drink when they're not going to be any use to me when I do? I shouldn't have to. If I lead a thirsty horse to water, I shouldn't. If I have to force them to drink, they wasn't thirsty in the first place. So I should have left that horse alone. But the conundrum there is that we spend so much time trying to save a horse that doesn't want to drink that we are letting horses out here that do want to drink and just don't know where the fountain at. We are literally letting them die of thirst. We're literally letting the horses that want to be led to the water die of thirst. And then we're complaining about the horse that we're dragging and forcing to the oasis. A horse lead to water that don't drink is sick. Should be out. What did Ben Judah tell his followers? Oh, y'all call him Jesus. My bad. He had a name. He would have had a name if he was a Jew, and it wouldn't have been Jesus, by the way. But y'all do you. So Ben Judah told his followers, "Let the dead bury the dead." Did you hear me? Let the dead bury the dead. At this point, everybody in the fam FBI agents with a law degree. Everybody in the fam is an FBI agent with a law degree. Y'all need to be an FBI agent with a sidearm. Y'all need to be FBI agents that are just infiltrators and not taking a serious pledge. Now, um, eh, tonight on Bootleg Movie, if y'all would like to join, I'm going to play an episode of Alex Cross. I'm play the first episode of Alex Cross. For those of y'all who haven't seen it, I don't know if most of y'all seen it already. Do y'all want to see it? So what you're telling me is I want people to come along who obviously don't want to, and yes, I don't even need any more. You're frustrated with people who don't want liberation in the first place. You're frustrated with people who don't want liberation. You're frustrated. I want to say something. It's gonna be. I'm trying to code it because you're gonna be 38 hot when I say it. You know what though? I have a big grudge against them FBI dudes. Put it this way. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. You heard that thought I had. Let's see how in touch you are with your abilities. Did you get that thought I was just about to put out there for you? Yeah. So your frustration is not an outward manifestation of your actions. It's an inward manifestations of your inactions. And by inactions, let the dead bury the dead, and then leave it alone. Because sometimes y'all take that for I'll say it, and you'll do it for about a day or two, and then you're running back to make sure the dead are dead or they covered up. I'm not frustrated with them. They are behaving how they always do. Right. Yeah. Right omelet. But that's y'all's problem. Your frustration is an internal manifestation, not an external manifestation. It's like getting mad. That's like you're frustrated with the night for being the night instead of like, how do I navigate it? If y'all hear something that sounds like screaming, it's just the yeah, yeah. Y'all getting frustrated. 3 minutes. All right. So, do you all want to see Alex Cross, or do you all? I have something else I want to discuss, but I want to wait till I sign out of GCPR because they can't, and it's a couple of minutes. So, and it's my first night back on GCPR since last week. So, also let the FBI burn. Uh, But this is the thing, Omelet. This is I hear you all. I hear you all. And I hear everybody talking about what they not gonna do and who they not gonna help and we standing on our own. And I look at you all and I say, that's all right for a momentary reset. That is. But that goes back to when I talk about liberation. The fight against oppression is the fight against all oppression. If you're just fighting for a few more crumbs, and while you allow the oppressor to oppress somebody else, then you're as morally bankrupt as the oppressor. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the kind, like I keep telling people, I'm not going to lead my people up Hamburger Hill just to prove they follow me. I'm not going to sit around and contemplate missions that involve people sacrificing their lives. Our history is littered with martyrs that haven't moved the needle one step. Our history is littered with martyrs who haven't moved the needle one step, not from a lack of trying, but because of those left behind. Yeah, we and that's good, omelet. Except I'm literally sitting here telling you how we should do it. But no, that's another thing that gets me. I'll be sitting here talking to people, and they'll be quoting things, and I'll be like, so you just and you're basically setting up an institution and all that. That takes time that we don't have. That takes time that we don't even need. The institution is the people. The institution is the people. We only need the people. We only need people to understand what needs to be done and to follow and do it unquestioningly, unwaveringly. It's like it's like that was about the institution as people. The idea that we have the blueprint, we are the blueprint, and we keep asking others. We keep asking others. El Hajj Malik Shabazz told us that men do not ask for liberation, they take it. But we're sitting here. I wonder why everybody is so afraid. Everybody's not, just too many are. See, as long as the oppressor can keep the masses afraid, they can always they can always eliminate black revolutionaries, LGBTQ revolutionaries. They can eliminate any revolutionary because there's no reason Medgar Evers should have died in his own driveway. Because true revolutionaries, his brothers should have been traveling with him, making sure he got home safely. Making They should have been posted up at his house, two or three of. They should treat like I tell people. There's a whole blueprint. I have a whole blueprint when I talk about what we need to do. But people only want to talk about it. They don't want to be about it. When I say we need to protect our leaders, uh, yeah, you know what happened? Nobody listened. And the ancestors said, you know what? We're going to start building leaders that can protect themselves. Because obviously, you all not getting the idea that just like the president has the Secret Service, that revolutionary leaders should have a service too. But nobody wants to commit to being the service. Everybody thinks they're the head. Everybody thinks they're the visionary. Everybody thinks they're a shaman. And you're not. You're not. That's why I would never give up being a gangster. People always ask me, say, "Do you regret your time as when you were a former?" I'm not a former anything. I am not a former gangster. I am still a gangster because my brothers protect me. When I lived in Mississippi and people were like, "Oh, you worried about the Klan?" I was like, "No, the Klan should be worried about me." No, because when I got the threat from the Klan, it wasn't black pastors who went with me to Hattiesburg. It wasn't the black pastors. It wasn't a black church. It wasn't a black altarman. It was my gangster brothers riding 6 and 7 cars deep, pulling up at the grand at Reverend Klug's farm, and told him if we have to come back, we're gonna start shooting at the gate. That's who went with me. What? I'm just a firefighter. When the lights shut down, we show up and help. Probably start. Yeah, you gotta go nowhere. I do gotta shut down GCPR. Hold on, y'all. Hey, GCPR. Yeah, I know. DJ, you hope you the DJ hope you enjoyed my time off. You know I'm back, and I don't even know where did I open. Where is the GCPR? Yeah, there we go. Hey GCPR, this is T Nathan. Uh, Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you all tomorrow night. And like I say, if you want to join the conversation and continue the conversation, you can. I know, not going live on X a lot X anymore. A lot of you all don't have access to TikTok or others. But if you do have a VPN, you can just catch the rest of this conversation on TikTok, on Twitch, or on YouTube. And if you don't, I'll catch you all tomorrow night. DJ is all yours. Peace. So DJ been enjoying my time away for 3 days. I know he was like, T Nathan's gone. I'm not. I can be on time. Yeah, but I'm back. So yeah, I'm falling asleep. Night. Catch you tomorrow. All right, Rain. How's your day? Is it the ones ready? Um, just in case we go on and do this. Hold on, just a minute, y'all. Mm, get this. I want to show a video, and I want some. Um, have you all seen the video I have up on this channel of the young lady, the nurse that the family was holding her and told her that she couldn't leave? Have y'all seen that video? Have you seen? Thank you, Rain. Have y'all seen that video where the nurse? They will make my blood boil. Going to bed, Gaga. The one where she was. They told the woman told her, "We're not gonna let you leave the room." My comment is going viral on my video, Janet, or on another one. Yeah, so y'all have seen that video. So I don't need to show that video. Okay, I don't need to show that video so we can discuss. I was going to show it if you hadn't seen it, and then we were going to talk about it because I did want to talk about that. I did want to spend a few minutes talking about that, right? And then plus I had another video of a young lady who was a nurse, and you haven't seen it, Reese? That's because you don't follow me. I see all those videos you send me, Reese, and I be wanting to cuss. Um, all right. I have been away. Yeah, you went where I told you not to go on that day, and you went anyway. Think I don't know? I know you went. I know you went. Yeah, you've been sick ever since that day, haven't you? Yeah, because you went where I told you not to go. I told you that was going to happen, but no, no, I'm going. I'm going. I'm the big balloon. Yeah, it was bad. Family blocked her in the room. All right, but and I'll say I told you so later. But I'm gonna play this video. Y'all let me play this video so because Reese hasn't seen it, right? So we're gonna play this video and then we're gonna come back and talk about it because I don't like the way the supervisor handled it either when she got there.
Well, it don't look like you do. I do love my profession. Very well. Okay, sure. Okay. Okay, do you want to speak to my manager? Or
She's on her way. Tony's on her way. I'd like you to stay.
Okay. That's fine.
I hope one day your husband, boyfriend, or mom and dad are laying in bed and somebody don't clean them.
Okay.
Okay? And you remember the old lady in the chair that said that to you. You remember this.
I didn't come here with any attitude, but that's
did.
okay.
Yes, you did.
If that's how
No.
it came off, I apologize, but I can assure you, I am not
using
upset.
your
I
attitude.
don't have an attitude.
You're loud and you're making us feel loud. And I don't appreciate being loud in front of kids. This is a holiday.
Okay.
Was there any reason why anything couldn't have been done a little bit better?
Like I said, I have to.
I don't want
explain my
excuses.
job.
I don't want excuses. All I want to know is just sweet and short. You don't have to go into detail.
But that's what I was trying to do.
What you did today.
You were asking me. You haven't been here all morning, so I'm explaining to you everything I've done
Well,
all
I'm
morning
gonna come here all morning
and afternoon.
I'll come in here all morning and I'll stay all
Go
night.
ahead and watch the cameras, and then you can bring me the footage of everything that I've done today. You can see me coming in and out of every single room this morning because this is where I was all
You
morning.
said this morning.
Yeah.
Did you do
That's
this
fine.
and check to make sure he was okay? No.
No, he took his word for
First
it.
of all, there's 2 aides on this call. There were
Okay.
2 aides here this morning. They're not micromanaging me. I'm not micromanaging them.
Well, somebody needs to be micromanaging somebody, like their patients.
I don't even know these patients. First of all, my first
It
med
don't
pass
matter.
took all the way to the
You were
left.
assigned to it.
So,
Your job is to
okay,
take
but I
care
just
of the
mean
patient.
when you have new
So it
people,
doesn't mean like-
your med pass takes longer.
I don't know.
And
her,
I
so
was
I'm
still
not
taking my
care of
time
her.
with each of them, which is what I'm trying to
So then
say.
you're saying is,
I took my time with every single patient this morning.
you sit yourself, so we don't care, 'cause I don't know you. I'm gonna go over here and take care of the guy that I do know. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, because this really pissed me off. This is the first time I ever experienced anything like this. I've
Me
never
too.
had
This is my first time too, actually.
I mean, I've never had.
I've been working here since December, and this is my first time too. And this is my actual first
I've
year.
been
as a
married to
nurse.
this man 55 years.
Well,
I've
if you're
never
a new
in my
nurse,
life. You should have a little bit more respect to the patient.
I am. I do. As a matter of fact, I just bought one of my patients a tree.
Wow, so that's your favorite patient?
No, I don't. She's not even my patient. She's in a different hall
Oh, you
upstairs.
just said she was your
But I am not gonna be here. I don't.
Okay, I
deserve
can buy
this.
my
So.
patient.
No, you're not leaving. I'm not letting you leave.
And it was at that moment, when I would have said, stop me. And everybody in that room would have needed medical care.
Tony's on her way.
You should have just came in here with a better attitude.
My attitude was fine. I came here
No, your
perfectly
attitude was
fine.
not fine.
No, she's not. She's a brown-skinned nurse.
You don't know us, and we don't know you. Maybe you thought you was fine, but us sitting here, the way you approached us, you didn't say, hello, I'm nurse so-and-so, and I'm in charge today, and...
I did. I said I was his nurse today. I am his nurse today.
No, you didn't. You just walked in and said, I heard you have an issue. You didn't say I'm a nurse.
I asked you what was your issue? I heard you guys had issues.
Yeah, you didn't say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I
Because
said,
I had asked you who you were. You said you was a nurse.
My name is right on my card. I'm not hiding my name from you.
Okay, but are we supposed to go up there and go, what's your name?
People
Jenny
introduce
C?
themselves.
Tony?
Now, you saw all that BS, right? She got a name tag on. She's in scrubs. She has files in her hand. She comes in the room and asks you what your issue is. And you're like, well, you didn't introduce yourself to me. I got my name on my uniform. I got my name right here. Am we supposed to get up and see it? Yes. And see, this is the part where black and brown people, we're always told by white people in these circumstances, oh, you acting uppity. You have an attitude. Trust me. My attitude is I want to throw you in an active volcano. This young lady, she was more gracious than I would have been, because when you told me you wouldn't let me leave this room on your once a year visit, on your holiday visit, we would have had some issues. This video, and understand, the family posted this video. The family, and listen to what this woman says who's filming the video about she didn't say anything to the woman. And the woman literally is filming the video talking, doing all this talking. The one that says she wasn't going to let her leave. And then this supervisor comes in, and I was like, see, this is part of the problem. They sticking together.
Yes.
That lady's rude, for one. We need people
I came in here and I told him, hey, I heard you guys had an issue.
But she didn't tell us who
That's
she
it.
was or nothing.
Okay.
You need to introduce yourself, don't you think?
Well, you were the one that came at me like that, so I quickly explained everything I'd done for him this morning.
You didn't say anything. She didn't say anything.
Yes, I did.
You said, I took these notes and I've been here this morning and I'm from the top floor.
I gave him antibiotics, breathing treatments, everything, insured. Gave him the highlights.
This is okay for her to yell like that to us?
I tried to explain to them too what was going on behalf of the aides. I told them, listen, I was here doing my job. I let them do their job. I'm not micromanaging them.
Right.
I told them I don't really work this hall.
Right.
So I took my time regardless with all of these patients. I was on the floor all morning.
But
I told
don't
them,
need to hear all this. I don't.
but that's what she wants to hear.
I'm concerned about one person right here.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't need to hear about everybody.
Everybody in trees
You asked me,
down the
they-
street, put on the hall, or
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we don't care about that. The
No,
issue
they're asking
was,
me, what
why
did you
doesn't
do?
nobody check any of the residents in this building to see if they've got pee and poop all over their beds? And it's been,
If they do, that was an isolated incident, and I talked to her, they asked her if she knew anything about what had gone on after we had talked. And she was a little kind of taken aback too. And she said, well, she said, well, I've been in there multiple times. I did this, I did this, because when I told her that we hadn't seen anybody in, several hours or whatever. So it was more her trying to figure out a timeline, all I did is trying to backtrack through the time and what just going back to the time, and
I
thinking about
understand,
the
you can't be
day.
everywhere. I understand that perfectly. I understand that, okay?
White tears will be flowing soon.
But even with his reading thing, that thing has been over with and it was still running the machine. I don't know why nobody comes back and checks. I just don't understand the logic that goes on around here, because if he only was just a little bit wet or something, it happens, you don't know when he did it.
Yeah.
But he was here, he
Yeah.
was soft,
Yep, I agree.
okay?
Yep.
And when she came in here, she said that, I don't know exact words that she used.
she just said, you guys have, so I heard you guys have an issue.
And listen how she's talking to the white woman differently than she was talking to the brown nurse, skin nurse. Listen at how she's talking differently to the person who was not at the hospital until they called. She wasn't at the nursing home. She came into the nursing home. She has not been there all day. And listen how they're talking to her as opposed to how they're talking to the nurse that has been there all day by herself.
It's not how I said that.
And I want people to understand, if you put your people in a nursing home, you should know who's responsible for what. She tells them there are 2 aides here, and they have to get through all these patients, and they probably just haven't rotated back to him yet. And he didn't hit a call signal. But they didn't listen to her. But the white nurse supervisor come in, they have a whole different demeanor.
Instead of introducing herself to us, so we even knew that we were talking.
No, you did not, ma'am.
Okay.
So it was, maybe Jenny, it was just proceed.
That's what I told them.
Okay.
What?
The way she's talking right now is how she's talked since she's walked in the room.
Not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was
Yes,
not.
it
You
was.
guys are literally attacking me since the moment I
What's
came
up?
here. Now
What's
you're
up on
trying to-
Well, handle
TikTok,
yourself
Twitch?
professionally
If you get
then.
Twitch,
I've done for him.
we'll be starting in just
I've
a
been
minute.
professional with him all day.
Still on TikTok right
So,
Yes, she is.
She's a very rude person.
Okay, I'm
She
gonna
could
do
have
it.
came in with a voice and said,
I'm gonna apologize to them already.
Yeah, real quick, real
No, you
sincere.
didn't.
but all she
I said, I'm sorry, that's how it came out.
Just look at
I do
That's
have a
real
loud voice.
sincere.
That's just how I talk sometimes, but it's not an attitude.
This head bobbing is an attitude.
It's not. I'm speaking up for myself. I literally came in here.
You
this
did
much
nothing.
time, and you're still attacking me.
It's been an
I haven't
attitude.
said nothing to
You think
you.
head bopping is the problem.
I've never had an issue.
Yeah, I don't want her here. She can stay upstairs.
that. She'll probably take it out on
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not.
they're not. They're not, by God, because I tell you what,
Okay.
you haven't seen hell
Okay.
yet.
All right. All right. That's fine.
Tell somebody what they better not do when you leave. You only come up here twice a year.
You're going to get worried because I am sick and tired of your attitude.
All right. So
I've never, all the times my husband's been in hospitals and everything
Yep.
else, I've never came across a woman that was hateful to that young girl.
She following her with the camera.
So she just gonna leave us up and dry? She don't like it because there's a reporter asking me to smart
You see how big this is the hallway at a nursing home. And this bitch with the camera following her to the nurse's station. You see how big this nursing home is. This is one floor. And this is Thanksgiving Day. This is on Thanksgiving Day.
Back with you guys. I need to find a nurse for this whole hallway. I'll be back with you guys.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah,
Okay,
I have to take my coat off and find the hall, or I have to take the
Okay,
assignment.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And she not finna the nurse the dean the director of nursing not finna change anybody. That's not their job. That wasn't their job. So that's what get me, right. When I was watching that, when I watched that the first time, they want to stereotype us when they're out here doing this. Right. The way she is being treated. Look. I would have gave them away. I would have given them a reason. See, and that's when I talk about we don't listen. And when we talk about, see, I would have gave them a reason so they know the next time. Don't fuck with the next one. Yeah, because you can't fight. I would have cleared. And then it's another patient. You see, there's another patient in the other side of this room. It's not a private room. It's another patient. You're disturbing their family and their visit with their loved ones. Yeah. You show up on holiday, and then the woman, I've been married to this man for 55 years. Take him home. Take him home. Take him home. Yeah, because if I come into a room, and I like the way you say it, if I come into a room and my loved one is in a state that I can help, and I know it's a holiday, and I know it's spread thin, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the nurse's station and say, can I get some sheets? Can I get some new sheets and some cleansers so I can clean this up? Because I'm not gonna wait for somebody to come do it. Right. It depends. You know how many like Petra was a CNA. I've been to many nursing homes, and it's just like the behavior was unacceptable. Like I said, even if something was wrong, you still can't detain. You still can't tell me you gonna stop me from leaving. Yeah. All of a sudden, who are you? The nurse handled it very well. She was very professional. Sorry she had to go through this. But see, that's the problem sometimes, Carson. They expect that kind of treatment no matter how they act. See, that is part of the problem. We're always being told act and be professional. I would have been professional too. Professional UFC fighter. Oh, no, I probably would have been an MMA, a professional MMA fighter. I would have been professional also. We just have a different profession. That's it. If you, cause you notice they talk about this, but at no time were they moving to get this man changed. They're holding up the nurse from going to get any aids. Come on, we're not gonna let you leave. Who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me? Cause everybody, all of y'all old. And then the daughter starts crying. She gonna she gonna start crying. You were big and bad a minute ago, but now you're crying. Oh no, no. See, that is part of the problem. Part of the problem is they expect to talk to us any kind of way, and people pat us on the back for not losing and snapping on it. I'm gonna act like a postal worker. Yes, yes, and yes, because workplaces are much better now when people started snapping on their coworkers for getting in their business and doing all this extra shit. Once you show them you will snap, they will leave you alone. They wouldn't have had that problem again. I better not lose my job. If I lost my job, I'm snapping some more. Everybody getting it. But I would put hands and feet on them people. Them people could have got hands and feet. You gonna record me as you tell me not to leave somewhere. listen, listen. I was gonna crip walk. I would have crip walked out that room. I would look. I'd have been. I'd have walked out of that room so many different ways, waiting for you. I'd have walked out the room, walked and took care of some work, came back to the room, and walked out again. I would have gave you what you were looking for. I'd have gave you the opportunity to get anything you were looking for. I would have snapped, crackled, and popped. I would have been. Y'all remember the candy, the rock candy you put in your mouth and it just start popping. That would have been me. Yeah, I would have pop, drop, and lock. I'm telling you, y'all thought Montgomery Brawl was something. I She started crying. I'd have slung her out a window. I'd have slung her out a window. Then you got all of a sudden you got all this conversation and this nice conversation. You don't like my attitude because you got all that head bobbing. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some head bobbing. We gonna think we're some rock'em shock'em robots in here. All right, Kim, I see you. Y'all ready? Want to stereotype us for that? Right. Oh, Kim. Oh, yeah. That's Kim. Y'all ready? I see y'all over there on Twitch. Y'all ready? All right, y'all. Y'all head over to Twitch. We got four. I'll give it 4 minutes. Everybody who want to see Cross tonight, we're gonna watch at least one episode. If you like it, I'll show you another one. I've seen many of the fights at the nursing home between family members. Yeah. All I gotta say is snap, crackle, and pop. Y'all would have thought my name was Snap, Crackle, and Pop when I finished. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I've been watching it with the hubby. Dad has to be there when they're not. Y'all have a wonderful night. If you're joining me on Twitch, Twitch is open. Come on over. We're about to watch Alex Cross and 11:30. I'm gonna start at 11:30. Y'all grab y'all some snacks and y'all get over here. Especially if you want to see my line that I did the video on. Yeah, y'all get to if you know what I'm talking about. It's from Alex Cross. You'll get to see the original tonight. All right, y'all. I'll see you all later.